Our business is making and selling garbage bags. That's one of the reasons we're so excited about this partnership with BASF. We've taken the EcoFlex technology and combined that with our expertise in compounding and bag making, and we've come up with a truly innovative product that not only performs well as a trash bag, but it's biodegradable.
In 2003, there was a pilot program by the City of Portland, and they brought us the idea of our region-wide, we want to increase our recycling rate. And they brought to us the idea of diverting our food waste.
We actually are able to separate the garbage before it gets into the bins and have our guests experience a higher level of service at the same time, helping our environment by composting more of the products coming out of our restaurants and reducing the waste that's going out to the landfills.
We collect approximately 460 pounds per week per school, and that averages about 0.2 pounds per student per day. One of the first things when we started the program is we were using the 32-gallon trash cans with dollies underneath it. And we saw that that helps the custodians because they were able to transport their trash can with the dolly straight out to their enclosure site. However, the schools generate a lot of waste during the lunch period, and we found that it was 4 to 6 bags a day, which was often very heavy. And so currently, as you'll see today, we've switched over to the 64-gallon roll carts.
We had to learn how to do the separation and stuff. We came out of the chute with doing probably double the volume we had done at the old location here. And with this new service model, our employees actually bussing the tables and separating that. It took a little while to get smooth and get routine going.
Imagine being here on chili day or spaghetti day and having all of that food waste in a container with no bag. It would just be unpleasant. There would probably be issues with odor or with critters coming to the schools, and at this point we don't see it as something we can move in that direction towards.
We knew that we needed to have a system in place that we can put the bins out there in a public area, fill it full of the debris, and then on a quick turnaround, empty that and reline it and bring it back in. If we were not using the liners, that would have to be rinsed out and deodorized, and even then it's still difficult to make it presentable for a public area.
The public is really used to having can liners. If you see a garbage can without a can liner, it's like, oh, I don't want to throw something in there. So people are used to having a trash bag inside of a trash can.
You got new bags, fresh bags, you just toss the bag. You don't have to empty and reuse or any of that kind of thing. I think the mystery to me is that bag is compostable.
Well, if we didn't have the bags, our labor would have certainly gone up through the roof, because we were noticing that already. The mere fact that we had to have somebody keep coming in and clean all the cans.
The BioTuf bags were able to hold the wet strength of the schools. The school waste is very wet and it's very heavy, so we needed a bag that could contain all of that. And we found the other products we were using, the bags were ripping.
There it is right there, the BioTuf bag, and it looks just kind of like a plastic bag, except it's got the identification on it. And it handles like one, and as you can see, it's plenty tough. You're not going to have, we don't have any issues with it, and it's very distinctive. When you look at it, it's got that little green tint color to it, so that makes it different from the other bags. And you can tell, make sure it's in the right bin. If you see something a different color in that bin, it shouldn't be there. Not putting this stuff in the landfills any longer and reducing our garbage costs. We're saying, hey, wait a minute, this is actually paying for itself. This is not a bad investment. Anytime we can see where we're doing good for the community, good for the restaurant, at the same time we're getting a return on that investment, that's a good deal.
It's sort of raising that bar and that expectation of not only are you great stewards by recycling, but you're great stewards by composting, and you're creating this great soil to maybe grow your own food or put in your garden, in your flower beds, and we really see that as the future, and we know it can happen.
I think the program has been just hugely innovative, and it's a learning process for me as well. And it takes a little bit for me to step back and get the big picture and see how it's all working and see how it's different, because if you're so involved and hands-on. But when I get feedback from people outside the zoo and they are asking questions and they're curious about how we're doing this and how well it's working and how they could do it themselves, then it definitely makes me think that we're doing something very innovative here, and I'm proud to be part of it.
I just like making the world cleaner.